What's up, guys? Welcome back to Miles TV. We are here with Power Word Fail Review. We got Faye here.
Hi, it's episode 51.
And yeah,
See?
yeah, it's episode 50. Oh yeah, you got it. You got it. You
See?
did the
See?
thing. My mic's in the way of you, so I can't see you all the time unless I like look around. But yeah, we are on episode 51,
Ortimal.
Ortimal. Yeah, words. Um, and we're just gonna jump right into it. New day, and Ambrose starts it by identifying the new items that he gotten in the last episodes. He got a moon sickle, which helps with healing. Gets gloves of thievery, which helps with picking pockets in locks. Boots of elven kind, which help you step without sound. A magical javelin you can cast lightning bolt through, and I think a couple of little other magical stuff. Adalia takes the sickle, and Pickles takes the javelin. I don't know who takes the rest because I don't think they mentioned, but I mean, it would make sense that Ambrose would take the boots and Ferric would take the gloves.
Yeah, it would make sense anyways.
Ambrose goes to check on his dad, and he is essentially in a coma. He kind of pieces together that his dad kind of lost his soul in the transference spell that he tried to do with the Dark Matron. So, are they implying that his dad was gonna give his body to the Dark Matron?
That's what I gathered from it. I'm not sure, but it maybe that was the only way she could come into their realm is by taking the body of somebody else.
I really just want all this to make sense why Ambrose's dad, the head of like, oh, I forgot what they're called, but these like paladins and stuff that fight off evil would like do this. I have a feeling it has something to do with his family. Like maybe she was going to bring back his family, kind of like how Marcus got his family back.
Yeah, or maybe she was holding them hostage and that's the only way she would let him go.
Because I think I said earlier in one video, he says like, you guys have no idea what you're doing. And bad guys usually don't say that. They kind of just like, don't get in my way, don't try to stop me. But when somebody says you don't know what you're doing, there's usually a lot more to the story that people aren't revealing.
Yeah.
Anyway, we find out that his dad's in like a coma state, and I think maybe the Dark Matron, like his soul's in limbo type thing. His soul's in limbo type thing, and I think either the Dark Matron has a soul, or maybe the Prince has something to do with his soul not returning to his body. They decide to take Ambrose's dad along after like a bit of a debate. The boys head back to find the cart that they left way back where. Fair grabs Miraz before they leave. He slips on the ring with Miraz inside of it. They decide to take Ambrose. Wait, hold on. Let me scroll down. As they leave, they see footprints of a barefoot person, and not like bare animal feet, but bare human feet.
They're just missing their shoes.
Yep. They find the wagon. Doesn't take them long to find the wagon. That's one thing. It seemed like they found it in like a couple hours, but it took them like a day to get back.
Yeah, they had to. It was a day's travel, and that wagon wasn't going anywhere anyways because Pickles took the wheel.
Yeah. Pickles and Adalia do their tattoo thing again. Pickles does like a chisel for chisel. What is Pickles now? Like, is she like crystal born? Like her ears were like crystal or whatever. So is she just like dead?
I don't think she's crystal born. I think they're just doing the tattoo thing the same way. So I imagine, okay, Adalia is crystal born. Adalia's tattoo has to be chiseled in. So I'm picturing that they're doing the same thing to Pickles, except it's more like a stick and poke tattoo.
Well,
If you know what those
the
are.
last episode, episode 50. I know maybe you didn't, Anyway, last she goes to take something off Miraj's body, and she's trying to make it into jewelry, and she puts it in her ear, and then she's like, "Oh, my ear's crystal now, so I can't put it in my ear." So I was just kind of like, "What's up with that?"
I actually missed that part. I'm gonna have to go back and go listen.
So I'm thinking the life transferring spell that Christopher did, since he was crystal born, might have made her part crystal born. Biggest
Maybe?
pickle theory there. um let me see where so they do the tattoo. She does like a little wizard's hat and gear for Mirage. She does something small for Ravenoff and Navarre because she didn't know them too long. Back to the boys, they see a man on the road as they're coming back with the horses in the cart. He tries to sell them mushrooms, but Ambrose is like, keep going.
Look, this is how they keep getting in trouble, is by stopping for merchants on the side of the road. That's how they got Strudel. That's how they got Spunkles. I don't blame him for being like, nah, I'm done.
They missed the potential for a sentient mushroom pet.
Are we just trying to, give Pickles all the pets?
The children.
I get it. She needs all the children.
All the children.
She's the best mom.
The girls start to worry about the boys, so they were like, let's go ahead and meet them halfway. There's no sense in them staying right there. They know where they're coming from, so I think they got a compass with their position locked in, so they're like, hey, let's go meet them halfway. They end up meeting each other somewhere in the middle, and they decide to head to Ortimal. When they enter Ortimal, they start to see people cheering and yelling, and apparently they love horses.
They're just drunk. That's all it is. They're just drunk. I mean, they're trying to give Strudel beer. Let's not give the werehorse, whatever the heck he is, beer.
They stop and talk to someone, and then they get information that there's some games tomorrow that the Rock of Bristol is fighting in, and it's called the Gauntlet, where he does a series of maze challenges and stuff like that, and he's doing it like single-handedly, so he's like some kind of amazing gladiator. One thing is the kingdom is preparing for war that is coming up with what's the kingdom's name?
Mornstead.
They're preparing for war with Mornstead. They kind of remind me of like Vikings about to do like a raid, or like Spartans, because they're all like about war, and they're just like, yeah, we get to die in battle or we get to fight. So
I'm gonna go Spartans.
One guy, yeah,
because of togas.
Yeah. They head deeper into the town and talk to a nice old lady for directions. She tells them where a healer is and how to get into the games. Ferric does a little street performance for money because they decide that they're sticking out in their clothes, so they go and buy new clothes. Some buffed up old guys come up. The group gets new clothing and heads to the Church of the Master. Already a bad idea. I mean, that's such a bad idea. Did you not
just fight Ravenoff or Tarzian, Hand of the Master? But let's not do that.
I think that was their only option, because that was like the nearest church or the nearest health place that they can find help. But still a bad idea. Hands down, still a bad idea. They get to the church and they're offered food. Adalia immediately doesn't trust it, which is reasonable. I completely understand that. There are a lot of mangled gnomes in the background. The gnomes were making bombs for the war, and something went wrong. They blew up. and now they're all, luckily nobody died, but they're all like pretty mangled. Miraz knows the gnomes, which he didn't talk here. Pickles just recalled this. These are the gnomes that he learned a lot of his magic from. his science.
It was magic.
Science. He might as well play an artificer.
Well, I'm sorry, but you know, back then science was magic.
Yeah, you're not wrong. The healer walks up and asks, "Is this the patient?" As he points to Isaac Bousson, and that's where the episode ends. This was a straightforward episode. We get into a new town. We learn the information. We get information about the Rock of Bristol. Finally, the Rock of Bristol.
Brisket.
Yeah, brisket. Yeah, I mean, I like this episode. There was a lot of.
It's a heavy episode. Yeah, it's a very the episodes after the big battle with Tarzan are pretty heavy, as far as like emotional to me, anyways. Because you have that scene.
Still, the one thing that like kind of rang out for me was just like when Katie was just like, "It's just us," or Adalia was like, "It's just us. Everyone else is dead," and I was just like, "Ooh,
yeah,
God,
yeah, yeah." But, that hurts.
I mean, we would be down 1 pickles if it wasn't for Christopher,
right? And then you'd be down Pickles, and now Miraz and Navarra, and you'd have 3 people.
Yeah. But what would you score this episode?
This episode, I'd probably give a 7. I mean, it's a good episode. Don't get me wrong. It's heavy. Maybe that's why I'm ranking it a little lower, because it's kind of heavy for me. But there's a lot of information, a lot of good information, and can't wait to see where it goes from here, though.
Yeah, definitely. I will also give this episode a 7. It was a really good episode for what it was. A lot of information in a new place. Solid 7. Which little housekeeping. This is the episode before they go live. So if you want to see them live, you can go to YouTube, the Homebrew channel, and watch them from episode 52 onward. They will start doing lives once every other week, bi-weekly, but the episodes will come out every week. So they go live bi-weekly, episodes come out every week. And they are very entertaining to watch. You can see their emotions, you can see their reactions. It is really good time.
Yes.
And we are getting closer to me catching up and not having to do a video every day. So when I finally catch up, I want to do a giveaway. I am solidifying the rules on the giveaway, but I'm going to do a giveaway, maybe some dice, maybe whatever, we'll see. Maybe some fun dice, some expensive fun dice. But when we catch up, be looking out for that giveaway. And do you have anything to say to the people, Faye?
Nope.
All right. As always, thanks for tuning in to Miles TV. I hope you guys have a nice night. And remember, you are loved, you are important, and you matter. Bye.
Bye.